What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Orange 22 Fishing. If I turn around right here, guys, you see that right there? That is the beach. We are down here right by Rehoboth Beach, literally 1 block away. And if you turn right behind me here, you can see there's a body of water. This is a body of water that I've fished a couple of times before, but we made the hike down here and we're gonna try to pull some fish out of here. I don't know what these fish are gonna be eating. Like I said, I've only fished it a couple times and that was last year. So we're just gonna throw everything we got at them and try to catch some fish. There's stripers in here, there's bass, there's crappie, I think, I don't know. But we're just gonna throw our baits out there and hopefully get some fish. So I don't wanna talk anymore. We made a long trip down here for this video. Let's try to catch some fish. Man, the water's pretty clear. See how clear the water is?
Yeah.
There's a fish, guys. Right in front of me. I saw him hit it. On the Senko. I told you guys. That was on the first cast. Whoa. Alright, man. Fell in the weeds, but there we go. Our first fish of the day, and man, does this guy have some sharp teeth. Little dink bass right there. He hit the Senko literally right down here in front of me. That's a good sign. That was on the first cast. Now all we gotta do is find some bigger ones. I literally saw him come out right here and hit it. Definitely let us know down in the comment section, guys. Would you like to see us come try to finally catch some carp? Because we've tried a couple times, but I feel like we could really succeed and do well at this pond based on all the action we've seen so far. From what I've seen, guys, this spot is absolutely loaded with carp. How's it going? No, it's a plastic worm.
It looks so real.
Yeah, it just kind of jigs up and
I
down.
had to throw up the fish for you.
Thanks, I already caught one on it. Well, I've officially seen it all. That lady thought my Senko was alive. I don't know if you guys heard that lady or not, but she literally stopped me to ask me if my Senko was alive. So I've heard a lot of things out here, guys. It's pretty funny. There's another one, guys, in the same spot. There we go. Man, these fish are so feisty in here, guys. Alright. I'm telling you what, man, these fish are fighting so hard. And their teeth are out. Their teeth are just incredibly sharp. They must be eating these minnows a ton. The first time I ever came here on my first cast, I threw out in the middle with my Senko and I hooked into like a 5-pound striper, and it got me all tangled up out there in like that little fountain thing, and unfortunately broke off, and he was still flopping out there for a little bit. I could see him jumping out of the water and everything. Eventually he got off, but that was a hard sight to see because that would have been my first ever striper at that point, and it was a pretty big one too. These fish are definitely active, guys. We just gotta find a big one. There's gotta be one in here. Oh my gosh, guys, I just got slammed again. Good night. That was a very hard... Oh my gosh! Did you guys see that? That was a big fish. I did not know what that was, but it just absolutely annihilated that Senko. Holy cow. That was a big fish, guys. Whatever that was, guys, I think that might have been a big bass, but it hit it once. I had him the second time, then the third time it absolutely annihilated it. I got my drag super tight on this bait caster, and and it just started running so hard. That was the last color of that one, but now I got some green ones on here. Let's see how these will do. You never know, man. Maybe they'll work better than the other ones. There's a fish, guys, on the fall. That thing hit it. Oh, a little jump. There we go. Definitely the best fish of the day. About a 1 pounder. That thing absolutely gulped it. That was just on the fall too. I didn't even start reeling it up. Absolutely slammed the Senko. Good night. Alrighty, man, there we go. These fish are so aggressive in here. Their teeth are like little razors. Beautiful 1 pound bass right there on that green Senko. There he goes. We're definitely having a pretty productive day out here, guys, for a pond I've only fished a couple of times and so far away from my house. I mean, despite the weather conditions, like it's in the middle of the day, these fish are still hitting pretty good. We don't have too much more time to fish, but hopefully we can pull out a couple more. And we still have that possibility of catching that big one. There's a bite, guys. Ah, these little ones are just tearing it up, man. There we go, we got one. He's on, guys. Oh boy, this might be a little bit bigger. Look how aggressive these fish are, guys. That is not even that big of a bass at all. And that guy was absolutely fighting so hard. They're definitely on over here at this spot, guys. This guy definitely has some wounds. They're pretty much healed up, but if you see right there, it looks like something tried to take a bite out of him, and as well right there. And on the backside too, he has a chunk missing out of his gill. Do you guys see that right there? But he was still hungry. Bass number 6. There he goes. One thing I love about this setup right here is this bait caster is a medium heavy bait caster, so it still has really good action, but you can fight these fish really good as well. So it's like the perfect combination, because you can still feel the bite, but you can still get a really good fight on this thing as well. Alright, man, so we know we can catch them on the Senko. Let's throw out this little jig and see if we can get one on that. I'll tell you one thing, if the bass that I've been catching do hit on this jig, I'm gonna be in for a crazy fight, because this ultralight is very, very light. I think it's a 5-foot rod and super light action. I mean, look at that tip, guys, just going crazy. There we go, we got a fish on it. As I was showing you guys the action. There we go. On the jig. That's not even that bad of a bass either, guys. Probably just about the best one of the day, if not the best one. Another about a pound. Absolutely choked that jig, guys. Alright, man. There we go. One thing that's different about this bass from the other one I've been catching, this thing is a lot more dark. Nevertheless, though, there we go. Bass number 7, I think? 6 or 7. I'm starting to lose count. Beautiful bass. That was pretty funny, guys. I was showing you guys the action on this rod, and I was just going like this, and that bass absolutely smacked the jig. So I guess I'll try jigging it up and down now. These bass are sure helping me out today. There's a fish, guys, on the jig. Is that a crappie? That is crappie. There we go, man. That's a crappie on the white jig. Honestly, guys, this might be a citation. Good night. That's a big crappie, guys. On the white jig right there. Beautiful. Alright, man, let's measure him right quick. This might be a citation. It's not a citation, but I will definitely take it. That's a 9 1/4 inch crappie right there. But that is absolute beautiful crappie. Let's let him go. A little bit of a multi-species day now. I'm telling you what, man, if you live in Delaware and don't already have a couple packs of those little white yum grubs, definitely go to Walmart or Dick's and pick some of these things up, because they're like a go-to bait for any species of fish in Delaware. I've been using them since I was like 5 years old, and I always have one ready to go in case I can't catch anything else, because they always seem to pull out a fish. I think you can get like 15 of them for like $2 or something, so it's a really good deal. Why don't you put on a jig for crappie? There's a fish, guys. I was talking to David. Think it might be another... Nope, it's not another crappie. It's a tiny little bass. At first I thought it was a crappie because I saw the mouth and it kind of looked like the mouth of a crappie. But I'm doubled up with David over there. He got a nice little bass. But there we go, man. I think that's our 8th bass of the day. At this point, I'm just having fun, guys. We haven't caught any really giants yet, but it's just a nice, fun, multi-species day out here. There's another fish, guys. Back-to-back cast. Is this another crappie, guys? Right out in the middle. There we go, man. Our 2nd crappie of the day. A little bit smaller, but still an awesome fish right there. That white jig is bringing out all species and all sizes today. Look at the carp out there. There's a fish, guys. I was talking to David about the carp. They're literally, you could see their backs out there. Do you see them?
Yeah.
I literally put my rod down to talk to David because he just walked over here. And my jig, I guess, was just sitting on the bottom, and I reeled up the slack and this little bass ate it. There he goes, guys. He kind of slipped out of my hand, but you saw him. Look at the carp. Look, I see their back just sitting. All right, man, I think we're gonna make one more move right to this little spot right here. And then we're gonna end out the video. But this little secret white jig has absolutely killed the game today.